A judge on Tuesday struck down the Florida law mandating welfare recipients get drug tested. The ruling said that this violated the Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches, and the testing fee was anywhere from $25 to $45. It was repaid by the state if the test came back negative, but applicants who tested positive would have been barred from receiving benefits for a year. In one of the rulings, they said, quote, "There is nothing inherent in the condition of being impoverished that supports the conclusion that impoverished individuals are prone to drug use." Now, the statistics on this are really interesting because they hurt the case of the state. During the time that the law was in effect, about 2.6% of recipients tested positive for illegal drugs, mostly marijuana. So that means that the failure rate was well below that of the general population. And the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has highlighted this. They found in a 2009 survey that about 8.7% of the population aged 12 or older have used illicit drugs in the previous month. So, in other words, people taking a so-called government handout, but really it's probably benefits that they paid into with taxes over time and they're getting it back at a hard time, right? People that are taking the money use drugs at a lower rate than the general population. So why is there still this perception that, oh yeah, if they're taking government money, they must be alcoholics or addicted to some sort of drug and lazy assholes who sit on the couch all day? Not true. Simply not true. So let's break this down here. Number one, they're not using, so you shouldn't have to test them. Number two, there's no consistency from the government. So if you want to test people receiving government money, okay, everybody on Social Security needs to get tested. Everybody on Medicare, on Medicaid. ExxonMobil needs to get tested. Walmart needs to get tested. The richest CEOs, everybody on Wall Street who took a fucking bailout, which is basically all of those assholes, all the CEO millionaires, all the billionaires, all the people that are the big money donors to the politicians in the Democratic and the Republican Party. You got to drug test their ass because they're taking government money. Are you going to do that? Oh, that's right, you're not going to do that because you're a hypocrite. Because there's no consistency. Because only when the people don't have political power and don't have a lot of money, then you tell them, well, you got to take a drug test before we give you this extra $200 so you can fucking survive. And then the most important and overlooked point about this is Governor Rick Scott co-founded drug testing companies. Now, Rick Scott was the guy that this law passed under in Florida. He co-founded drug testing companies. So by passing this law, he's just trying to enrich himself with state contracts. He's saying all these people need to get drug tested because they're taking welfare. So, oh man, they might be cheating the system. Let's test them to make sure that they are not. Anyway, give me the money. Money. Give it to me. All those state contracts are going into his pocket. I mean, it's unreal. The fact that this did not get more traction in the media is mind-boggling. This has to be illegal in like 43 different ways under different statutes and provisions and laws. I mean, the dude has just voted to enrich himself. He might as well voted, I'm going to give myself X amount of millions of dollars for no fucking reason whatsoever with no justification.